everyone, Carol here with another fantastic video for you today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so by tapping the subscribe button below. Tonight we're going to be making Welcome to Our Haunted House. And I've had this sign since last year. It's quite a large sign. It's like 14 by, to the deepest point, 10. So I went ahead and put some mounts on the back of it. I stapled them and glued them both and twisted some pipe cleaners. Okay, so that's going to be our sign tonight, Welcome to Our Haunted House. And, well, they're 13 inch. So I thought, why not? We'll try them tonight. So what these have on them, these have 8 ties around the outside of it. And they have 6 ties on the inside. So we're just going to work with that tonight. So tonight we're going to be doing a woodland ruffle, and the meshes that we're going to be using tonight is this purple, black, and orange, and it's got some metallic in it. Okay, and I cut these to 34 inches. Then we're going to also every other one with this orange and black. This is like an orange and a black. So, and it's also cut to 34 inches. So I only had to cut 14 pieces because that's all the ties we've got tonight. But that's okay. So I've got my handy dandy rock, and I'm going to roll this 3 times, and then I'm going to clip it, and then I'm going to flip it. And do the same thing to the other side. Then I'm going to put my thumbs, hold it right here behind this curl, and then I'm just going to ruffle it up the middle and pull it towards me. I've had this mesh since last year. I couldn't even find on it where I got it from. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it here on the outside tie, and I'm going to put it with the curls going up. And then I'm just going to give it a twist and sort of ruffle that out. Then we're going to do the orange and the black. Same way, we're going to, this one's going to be a little bit different to work with. I could already tell by just when I cut it. The other one's a nicer mesh. But this one's okay, and we're going to go with it. Same thing, thumbs beside it, ruffle it right up the center. This is where that rock comes in handy when you've got one of those stubborn meshes. We're going to lay it down. I'm going to pull this ruffle up, lay this one down, and then I'm just going to tie it in. Hi, Elga. Pull them apart, butt them up. Thank you. I enjoy having you. And we're just going to keep repeating this process over and over. So I do 3 curls. Then I flip it. Man, I haven't done a woodland ruffle in a long time. Repeat the 3 curls. And then I can ruffle it right up the center. Push with your thumbs and pull back with your fingers. Ruffle up. I'm so used to putting them down lately. So what's everybody been doing? Vacations? Getting ready for school to start? And it seems like school starts earlier and earlier every year. I tell you, bless those teachers' hearts. I could never be a school teacher. And ruffle it right up that middle. See, this one wants to dance on us a little bit. That's okay. we're going to lead. I think these colors are gorgeous together. Here, let me get this to where you can see it. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time I struggle with the view. I did find out that the new computer I got does a heck of a job streaming. I streamed to the bow tutorial page the other day, and it streamed really well. So once we get everything set, I'll be doing that. Before, it was very pixelated and blurry at times. I'm just going to set this down in there. We're going to give it a good twist. Pull our ruffles around, butt them up, and just keep on going. This one will go faster because we don't have as many ties, which is fine. Hi, Treva. So 3 times. Clip it and flip it. I moved my desk, I scooted my desk back closer to the wall. Been making a lot of changes in my craft room. Once I get it completed, I'll do a tour again. It's always something. Okay. So now, got a couple more on the bottom. You can make your curls as tight or as loose as you want. Everyone has a preference. I make mine sort of in between on this, so they're like a medium. In between a taquito and a burrito. Really pretty. Really pretty colors. Ruffle up. I'm so used to putting them down lately. So what's everybody been doing? Vacations? Getting ready for school to start? And it seems like school starts earlier and earlier every year. I tell you, bless those teachers' hearts. I could never be a school teacher. And ruffle it right up that middle. See, this one wants to dance on us a little bit. That's okay. We're going to lead. I think these colors are gorgeous together. Here, let me get this to where you can see it. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time I struggle with the view. I did find out that the new computer I got does a heck of a job streaming. I streamed to the bow tutorial page the other day, and it streamed really well. So once we get everything set, I'll be doing that. Before, it was very pixelated and blurry at times. I'm just going to set this down in there. We're going to give it a good twist. Pull our ruffles around, butt them up, and just keep on going. This one will go faster because we don't have as many ties, which is fine. Hi, Treva. So 3 times. Clip it, flip it. I moved my desk, I scooted my desk back closer to the wall. Been making a lot of changes in my craft room. Once I get it completed, I'll do a tour again. It's always something. Okay. So now, got a couple more on the bottom. You can make your curls as tight or as loose as you want. Everyone has a preference. I make mine sort of in between on this, so they're like a medium. In between a taquito and a burrito. Really pretty. Really pretty colors. Ruffle up. I'm so used to putting them down lately. So what's everybody been doing? Vacations, getting ready for school to start. And it seems like school starts earlier and earlier every year. I tell you, bless those teachers' hearts. I could never be a school teacher. And ruffle it right up that middle. See, this one wants to dance on us a little bit. That's okay. We're going to lead. I think these colors are gorgeous together. Here, let me get this to where you can see it. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time I struggle with a view. I did find out that the new computer I got does a heck of a job streaming. I streamed to the bow tutorial page the other day, and it streamed really well. So, once we get everything set, I'll be doing that. Before, it was very pixelated and blurry at times. I'm just going to set this down in there. We're going to give it a good twist. Pull our ruffles around, butt them up, and just keep on going. This one will go faster because we don't have as many ties, which is fine. Hi, Treva. So 3 times. Clip it, flip it. I moved my desk, I scooted my desk back closer to the wall. Been making a lot of changes in my craft room. Once I get it completed, I'll do a tour again. It's always something. Okay. So now, got a couple more on the bottom. You can make your curls as tight or as loose as you want. Everyone has a preference. I make mine sort of in between on this, so they're like a medium. In between a taquito and a burrito. Really pretty. Really pretty colors. Ruffle up. I'm so used to putting them down lately. So what's everybody been doing? Vacations, getting ready for school to start. And it seems like school starts earlier and earlier every year. I tell you, bless those teachers' hearts. I could never be a school teacher. And ruffle it right up that middle. See, this one wants to dance on us a little bit. That's okay. We're going to lead. I think these colors are gorgeous together. Here, let me get this to where you can see it. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time I struggle with the view. I did find out that the new computer I got does a heck of a job streaming. I streamed to the bow tutorial page the other day, and it streamed really well. So, once we get everything set, I'll be doing that. Before, it was very pixelated and blurry at times. I'm just going to set this down in there. We're going to give it a good twist. Pull our ruffles around, butt them up, and just keep on going. This one will go faster because we don't have as many ties, which is fine. Hi, Treva. So 3 times, clip it, flip it. I moved my desk, I scooted my desk back closer to the wall. Been making a lot of changes in my craft room. Once I get it completed, I'll do a tour again. It's always something. Okay. So now, got a couple more on the bottom. You can make your curls as tight or as loose as you want. Everyone has a preference. I make mine sort of in between on this, so they're like a medium. In between a taquito and a burrito. Really pretty. Really pretty colors. Ruffle up. I'm so used to putting them down lately. So what's everybody been doing? Vacations, getting ready for school to start. And it seems like school starts earlier and earlier every year. I tell you, bless those teachers' hearts. I could never be a school teacher. And ruffle it right up that middle. See, this one wants to dance on us a little bit. That's okay. We're going to lead. I think these colors are gorgeous together. Here, let me get this to where you can see it. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time I struggle with the view. I did find out that the new computer I got does a heck of a job streaming. I streamed to the bow tutorial page the other day, and it streamed really well. So once we get everything set, I'll be doing that. Before, it was very pixelated and blurry at times. I'm just going to set this down in there. We're going to give it a good twist. Pull our ruffles around, butt them up, and just keep on going. This one will go faster because we don't have as many ties, which is fine. Hi, Treva. So 3 times, clip it, flip it. I moved my desk, I scooted my desk back closer to the wall. Been making a lot of changes in my craft room. Once I get it completed, I'll do a tour. Again, it's always something. Okay, so now got a couple more on the bottom. You can make your curls as tight or as loose as you want. Everyone has a preference. I make mine sort of in between on this. So they're like a medium. In between a taquito and a burrito. Really pretty. Really pretty colors. Ruffle up. I'm so used to putting them down lately. So what's everybody been doing? Vacations, getting ready for school to start. And it seems like school starts earlier and earlier every year. I tell you, bless those teachers' hearts. I could never be a school teacher. and ruffle it right up that middle. See, this one wants to dance on us a little bit. That's okay. We're going to lead. I think these colors are gorgeous together. Here, let me get this to where you can see it. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time I struggle with the view. I did find out that the new computer I got does a heck of a job streaming. I streamed to the bow tutorial page the other day, and it streamed really well. So, once we get everything set, I'll be doing that. Before, it was very pixelated and blurry at times. I'm just going to set this down in there. We're going to give it a good twist. Pull our ruffles around, butt them up, and just keep on going. This one will go faster because we don't have as many ties, which is fine. Hi, Treva. So 3 times, clip it and flip it. I moved my desk, I scooted my desk back closer to the wall. Been making a lot of changes in my craft room. Once I get it completed, I'll do a tour again. It's always something. Okay. So now, got a couple more on the bottom. You can make your curls as tight or as loose as you want. Everyone has a preference. I make mine sort of in between on this, so they're like a medium. In between a taquito and a burrito. Really pretty. Really pretty colors. Okay, let's get another one. Last one going in around the bottom. Got some really pretty ribbons tonight. Tonight we're going to be using all 2.5-inch ribbons on this wreath. I don't think I've done that in a long, long time. I like to use all 1.5 lots of times if I've got certain meshes. But you know, there's never no rules in wreathing. It's whatever you like or your customer likes. Okay, so now we're just going to go in here and we're going to open these. Thank you, Treva, very much, because I wasn't able to do that tonight. That means a lot. So, went ahead, opened our inside ones out. Get some of these closer. Try not to knock them off my table. There we go. Got this one in my hand, so we'll start with it. Hope you can see okay what you can see. That's as far down as I could get it at this angle. Hi, Susie. Thank you. I was going to do a floral tonight on my bicycle, and I put this one right here. Haven't been anywhere to find containers that would fit it. Or I shouldn't say haven't been anywhere. I have, but I didn't have the measurements with me. That's more appropriate. So as soon as I get that, we're going to do, it has a basket on the front and back. Hi, Ashley. It has a basket on the front and back. So what we'll be doing is doing a total of 4 arrangements. 2 for the back and 2 for the front on a live. It's going to be fall arrangements, front and back, and then Christmas arrangements, front and back. And this is going to go out on my front porch. I have a table out there that'll sit real pretty on. And then as the seasons change, I can change the florals in it, or just take them out and put a new one in. Tonight on this mesh, I did not cut it with a rotary cutter. I used my bag sealer on it, even though I was doing a Woodland Ruffle. Make sure you pull them apart over here on the top, pull them back so that those outside ones can jump in there too and make room for them. I'm getting to where I love Halloween more and more. I did find out, you know, I do love making like the Day of the Dead. And, but I figured out I love these little cute Halloweens. You know, the candy corn and the little cute ghost and the cute haunted house. Nose isn't itching. Does that mean I'm going to get rich, come into money, or I'm going to have company? Man, this heat wave is awful, isn't it, guys? But we did get some rain finally the other night. And one heck of the wind blew, but we got like a ½ an inch. For us, you know, I'll take anything. Yeah. Okay. Same going here. Spread them around. We got one more piece to go in. I'm loving this already. Love the colors. Isn't that gorgeous colors, guys? Just pull it around. Pull it apart. Last piece going in. And what I might do, you know, I could do this backwards. I dropped my rock. I could scoot that over there to where you could see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see my hands, so. Don't think so. No, this is the last piece of mesh anyway. Ridiculously hot. Yeah, I think a lot of people are suffering from the heat wave. Either that or they're getting torrential rains. Okay. So we're just moving all of this around again. Button it up over here. And that's what we've got right now as far as our mesh goes. Okay. Now let's get out these gorgeous ribbons. We're going to be using, like I said, all 2.5 inch ribbon. We're going to be doing some bats. Orange bats, and these have got the fuzzy little outside area on them that mimics a little spider. That's what they remind me of. Then we're going to be doing this really pretty purple. Got some orange and some glitter in it. Then we're going to be doing the graveyard thing with some pumpkins and Rip Van Winkle. And then we're going to throw in some green. This really glittered green with orange and purple. Okay? I cut all of my ribbon to 13 inches. So I can scoot over here more and bring this in. I'm going to take them, I'm going to line them up. I'm going to pair the purple with this orange, fold them in half, and then I just go right up the center and make me some bat wings. And I go ahead and pull them towards me because that's the way I'm going to put them in. Then I'm going to twist them, and I'm just going to take these ties and fold them over because it gives it a little bit more texture. Then I'm going to spread them out opposite each other. Like so. And we're going to take our little graveyard with the green, fold it in half, crease it really good, and then I go right up the center, same way, pull it towards me, and we're going to put these in the next ties. Twist it, and then I'm just turning that tie under, and I'll spread these out the same way. And that's what we've got going so far. And we'll just keep going around doing the same thing. I got a lot of new Halloween ribbon in. So what better way to use it than to make a Halloween wreath, right? make it do what you want. Won't take long to go around this. Like I said, this frame had 8 ties around the outside, 6 on the inside. It was a 13-inch elevated frame. Hi, Laura. With the ties already on it. When I ordered them, I thought it was the ones like I had ordered before that were the 16-inch ones. And I should have known better when I seen the price. I thought I was getting a really good deal. It was late at night. Oh well. But this is going to make a fairly large wreath anyway. And it's going to be nice. Welcome, Laura. Hope you're doing fine tonight. I still have some, I think one Day of the Dead wreath kit left. And I've got 2 or 3 fall wreath kits. I will be coming out with another fall. It's early yet. So if you're interested, you can jump on over to Desert Wreath Creations on Etsy. Great. I don't know why my comments isn't coming up on my tablet too. I hope the broadcast is clear. Yeah. Is that better? I'm just having a little camera angle problems tonight. But you're... And I'll move this to where I can see you over here. Thank you. I love the purple and orange together. Thank you. Anytime y'all need something, y'all just jump in there and ask. So what I do is I fold them in half, find my center point, pull them out towards me, I open a tie, I put it in my tie, and I just twist it a couple of good times, and then I take the tie and I just bend it backwards. And I leave the tie on there. Take my ribbons, spread them apart, and make sort of like a crisscross with them. Last one on the bottom, and we'll move to the top. So I just even up my ribbons, fold them in half, crease it really well. I lay it down because I can't hardly move my thumbs to do it without some pressure on it. Pull it towards me and put it in the middle of the tie. Twist it and then double it over. And I just take these and pull them apart. And so that's what we've got going around the bottom of the wreath. Okay? Sort of pull these back. Now we're going to do the ones on the top. What we'll do is the same thing. Whoops, I got one too many ribbons. These are all 2.5-inch ribbons. Crease them, open them, and then you can just squish them together if you'd like so. Pull them towards you. Put them down in the center and twist it. Then I take this and I just fold it over about 2 times. I pull them one way, then I pull them the other, but they're still going out to this side. Because the sign is quite large, welcome to our haunted house, and I don't want the ribbons to be caught up under it if possible. And we still have plenty of room to do that with. Fold them in half. Lay it down inside it. I will have my overhead view back by our next live. Spread them apart. Spread these apart. Like I said, there's plenty of room for them. There we go. And I just keep turning my wreath around. I like the overhead view. Fold them in half. You don't have to crisscross them if you want 2 of the ribbons down the center. You can do that. And the same 2 on the outside. That's just preference. Turning it under. Sometimes I go one way, sometimes I go the other. Got a couple of more sets of ribbons, and then we're going to move on to making us a bow. Hi, Patty. Thank you. Got that one a little crooked off the center. There we go. I get it from a lot of different places, Twyla. I get some from Craft Outlet. I get a lot of my ribbon from my wholesaler. And the Wreath Shop, Trendy Tree. It's just been hard to find a lot of supplies this year. It was sort of like at Easter time, that, you know, about when the season was just about over for wreath makers, they were just now getting their ribbon and supplies in due to all of the getting it in from overseas. That's where it all comes from, either China, Taiwan. But then yet, I love ribbon. I'm a ribbon addict. A lot of it I have from last year. Last set of ribbons. And I yank on these pretty good, guys. And if they're still not doing, go all the way down there into the center where that tie is and move them around. Okay. So now this is what we're looking at with all of our ribbons on it. Isn't that adorable? You can still see the mesh. You can still see all of the pretty ribbons. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside, and now we're going to make a bow. Get this little bit of debris. This is an easy bow, a deluxe easy bow. Okay, let me see if I can scoot over here some more. And we're going to be using, I had a bow I made on my bow tutorial, and if anyone's interested in my bow tutorial, you can go to the top of my business page and sign up. It's a free bow tutorial group. It's in a group. So what I've got here, 1, 2, 3, 4 2.5 inch ribbons. I made a bow the other night in the group, and it's way too big for this wreath. So I'm going to bring this one down. I'm going to take my tail, and this is just a tail. I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm only going to do a 7-inch tail. I'm going to put it down in here. I'm going to push it together, and I'm going to twist it real hard right there in the center in between my pegs. I'm going to take this loop right here, take this loop right here, and I'm going to put it up at the top. I'm going to come over here, pull some more ribbon out, and I'm only going to come out here to the 6 inch. These have got markings on them. I'm going to come out here to the 6. I'm going to squish it together, push it together, however you want to say it, and then I'm going to make a fluffed, what I call a fluffed 6-inch loop. Means it's not flat. I didn't put my hand on it. It's not going to have a crease in it. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do the same thing over here on the 6th mark. I just take my hand, put it inside it, but this time I'm just going to smash it all the way down in between these two pegs. And I'm going to bring the end out towards me. If you want to swing it to the side and measure it, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to cut this one off at about 7. Then I take my loops and I make an X with them. Here's my loops, here's my tails, forming a perfect X, okay? So this time I'm going to come in with the orange bat ribbon. It's another 2.5 inch ribbon. I'm going to come over here and measure another 7 inches. I'm going to put my ribbon down in it. I'm going to smash it together, and then I'm going to do a hard twist. But this time, this tail is going to come towards me. If I've got a loop, I'm going to put a tail in that direction. Okay? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come out here to about the 5 inch. I'm going to go down about an inch. And I'm going to do another twist, push it down in there, and I'm moving this tail, this loop, right here where this tail right here is this time. I'm going to do another 5 inch. And I'm going to move it over where this other tail is. And that's way over 5. But this time, I'm going to take this end and I'm going to bring it up here to the top and cut it off about 6, 7 inches. So now we have the same thing, but you can still see the ribbon below it. Once I get my overhead view back this next week, this will be a lot easier to view. Now I'm going to take the green. It's another 2.5 inch. We're going to do about the same, but this time I'm going to do about a 6 inch tail, just a little shorter. Smash it down and do a hard twist. Okay? This one's going to go back up because I got a loop here. So if I got a loop, the tail follows it. I'm going to bring this one down to about a 4.5 inch. And I'm going to do a twist. And I think I want this one to be about in the center of those two. Another 4.5 inch. Smash it on down in there and then bring the tail towards me. And we're going to cut it off. I apologize if I can't see comment. Sometimes I have to go in and out, and that's not very, it's hard to do when I'm trying to keep up with what I'm doing. So now we're going to do the graveyard. So another about 5.5 this time, a little bit shorter. Put it in there. Do another hard twist, and this time we're going to bring the tail down. We're going to make this tail a little bit shorter. So the other one was about a 4.5. This one's going to be about a 4. And I'm just going to bring it right on the other side of that green one. So I like to keep them in an X. So this one's going to go crisscross it. We're going to bring it down. So we're just making one loop on each side each time. And we'll take that tail up, cut it off. little bit longer there. Get rid of that pucker. There we go. That looks better. Now I'm going to bring in a 1.5 inch ribbon. We did not use this in the wreath, but that's okay. Just to sort of top it off. Just going to do a little short tail. I'm going to take it upwards. Whoops. Just going to do one loop with it. Just to do a little center loop. That's just a little different. Then I'm going to pull it down and cut another little short tail. And what that'll do is just hide our pipe cleaner and all. Put our pin back in this. Excuse me. I needed a drink right quick. So I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners and I'm just going to twist them together. I like extra long pipe cleaners for my bows. I will use zip ties on occasion, usually when I put embellishments in my bows. And now I'm just going to take it and I'd like to go ahead and bend it and keep it in shape. Now I'm going to take my middle finger and my pointer finger. I'm going to go up on each side of my peg. Then I'm going to work this ribbon up a little bit. I'm going to bring my thumb to the top. So what you can see is you can see my fingers up through here. You can see my thumb on the top. Then I'm just going to gently lift it off. I'm not squeezing hard. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. I'm going to put 1 pipe cleaner on each side. Okay. I'm going to take them from the back. I'm going to move my thumb, put it right on the center, and you can tell that these two are right in between my fingers. As I push in the middle, I'm going to pull, take my pointer finger and my thumb. I'm going to go ahead and start a twist. Then I'm going to twist my bow, and what that does is it tightens the center of the pipe cleaner down to make your bow really tight. Then I like to take my tails and go ahead and put them where I want them. Turn it around and do the same thing with the other side of tails. I just take my 2 fingers and I move them where I want them. Then I fluff them out. Take your loops. This one's a little sort of funky looking, it's sort of puckered in there. I just go right down to the center and pull it. Take your fingers. Put your whole fingers in these things. Fluff that loop up. Move them around to where you want them. Flip them around. Do the exact same thing. And sometimes I'll just, if I don't like the way it looks with one laying in a certain position, I'll move it. All you got to do is get down in there close and just move it around. Get that little we'll make that tail mine. So there we have a cute little bow to go on our wreath. Let's bring our wreath back over here. And what we'll do is we'll put our sign on, then we'll trim our tails. What I like to use is a weaving needle. You can get these at Walmart. You can get these on Amazon, in places like that. They come in different lengths. I am going to put my sign pretty much in the center. That way I'm not laying on any of the ribbon. In the center, and move it down towards the bottom just a little bit. Okay? That's going to give me a lot of space to put this bow right here at the top and to trim my tails so it doesn't cover up my sign. So what I like to do is I like to take one pipe cleaner and work opposite each other. So I take this and I push it through the mesh and everything. I go down in it. I don't pull so tight that it's going to smash my mesh. Then I'll twist it around. Do the exact same thing with the other one. Make sure you always tie your bows off to your wreath frame. If not, it's going to get heavier and heavier over time, and it's going to sag. It's going to sag and tear your mesh, or if you're making it for a customer. Now we'll go to side, doing the exact same thing. Tying it around. Couldn't see that one. Couldn't feel it. There it is. Goes. Okay. The signs on there good. I just come around, pull these ribbons so they're not stuck up under that wreath. Or up under that sign. I want them on the wreath. And this just refluffs them. Okay. Now let's take our bow, and I'm going to take this weaving needle again, and when I do my bow, I put it on both of them. You don't have to. I don't like to go right in where there was a tie. I go right above it and down through all the mesh. And as I got it pulled, pull my ribbons, but then I hold on to it while I pull it down and see how I want it to be twisted. So in this instance, I wanted it twisted to where the tails were on the front of the sign. Always make sure that you're tying your bow. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you very much. Make sure you always tie your bow to your frame also. So there's a tail. That one was from our ribbon tail. Okay. There's our purple one. There's our green one. So I'm going to start out here, and I'm just going to go ahead and dovetail by folding it in half and cutting it to the at an angle towards the wired edge. And I cut these all different lengths. This way you can still see the ribbons underneath them. The tails, same way with the loops. Let's get this little one right here. Okay, so now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to get this orange one right here first. I'm going to cut it a little shorter. I don't mind if it comes down over it a little bit. Same way with this one. But I don't want it to cover my lettering. And if they need a little bit of adjusting, that's fine, or just a little tip of it. Let's cut this little 2.5 inch. And then I always put them on the wall and see if it needs anything. And then I clean up the back.